Where do we go from here? Now at this point, I talked about this in the morning that if you wanted to short this, you've got to wait for that green rhythm to break. And you see that today's easy shorts are from that break of that green. And that is the buying continuation I was talking about in yesterday's video. So please watch yesterday's video if you have not. Quite important information you need to understand, because I talked about some key liquidity levels as well. Now at this point here, you have to first ascertain where that buying continuation is continuing. Because remember, it's from yesterday's cup. We closed, we formed that handle here, and thereafter had a breakout. So you have to ascertain the strength of that buying continuation here. If we take a look at the 1 minute chart here, understand that today we may have some tapering right here. However, the magenta is still controlling that liquidity here. There is another stronger rhythm that I didn't draw midday because we're running out of runway, but this is important. I want you to pay close attention to that. So understanding this magenta is that this could still be a bear flag. So you have to wait for cups to close at that 646 before this continues going up. So very simply, wait for cups to close. You will not miss it. Wait for that handle. If this wants to continue heading up, it will be very clear building liquidity of that 646 while your 5-day moving average continues trending up to catch up to your upper Bollinger that's trending up to. Remember yesterday's video, I talked about that. If this wants to continue going up, it can, bouncing off between the 5 and the upper Bollinger as you see it happening. So pay close attention to that. Wait for the cups to close if this wants to head up. Otherwise, you have to be very careful about this yellow algorithm here that I just mentioned with that magenta. If you were to extrapolate this over multiple days in the 1 minute chart here, well, this is what you would see the moment liquidity being grabbed at this level. So pay close attention to that on the 30-minute chart if this wants to continue heading down, especially when we have clear resistances that the market cannot overcome. So look out for early structure like this, but the main structure will be if you allow 5-day moving average to continue trending up, which it will. You will see this 5-day trending up together with this orange. It's quite a strong trajectory, so you have to look out for this main orange level here. The main liquidity will be from this orange right here. So there are several ways to approach this. Now the first will be obviously the liquidity of that yellow, and secondly will be when the cup closes at that orange here and we have the rejection of that yellow rhythm, building that liquidity on the way down, grabbing this liquidity here. So pay close attention to that. Now the larger downside, we'll have to wait for that very beautiful blue rhythm as I was talking about as well, with that prior liquidity right here. So just be patient, because if it wants to happen, it will have to break out stronger than this magenta rhythm here, and you want to see stronger selling if this wants to break down right here, breaking that magenta. So pay close attention to this particular magenta, because otherwise this is just controlled selling here, where the 5-day will start converging and you will see beautiful structure here as well. So pay close attention to that magenta if that selling is controlled here, especially in this range for the next 2 days, Thursday, Friday. Remember, level by level, algorithm by algorithm, day by day. Don't be front running too much here. Just pay close attention to the range that we're trading at. Now, absolutely beautiful trades. Just wrap up the week strong. Thursday, Friday, everything will be well. There are very key liquidity that's already being built. Market has trapped some shorts here. Let's see if they trap some longs, and we may have very key liquidity wedges that starts forming here and here. So pay close attention. You may want it to wedge. Sometimes it's good for us. So you have to pay close attention to all these key levels here. Thank you very much for watching. See you closer to opening bell.